Ali, if you had to choose to spend all of your money on infrastructure, meaning field, any equipment, anything necessary to run the show, or all on the team, the club, the players, contracts, managers?
Personally, I would go with the first option. So I would build a proper infrastructure and then grow the club gradually, sustainably through a proper backbone, if you will. But that is not the way a lot of teams do it. They usually go for the footballing club because that's the lowest bearing fruit. So going for promotion, fighting for promotion, if you get promoted, the club jumps in value. So basically that's what is the fastest.
So it's fair to say that you don't care about results now.
I wouldn't put it so bluntly.
Let's put a fire under him.
No, I do care about results, but I'm very realistic in this season. The reasons we mentioned before in the last episode. But yeah, I would say infrastructure is more important. It's for the long-term sustainability of the club.
Let's make it harder. What if it was infrastructure versus relegation?
That's quite a debacle, isn't it, Barak? Let me just ask this. So if I go infrastructure, I'll get relegated.
You'd have to get volunteers, people around the town, no real players, no real professional players.
Okay. And if I get relegated, I can never work on the infrastructure? Or will I continue to get relegated till I'm in oblivion?
No, I mean for now. Let's say right now you have, let's say, £1 million. And that's a lot of money. Okay, let's say 100,000. And you can use this 100,000 to get £1
million is nothing in football.
I know, but like for let's say you can still get a team to not get relegated with
yes, probably.
maybe even 100,000.
Probably not necessarily. It's happened before.
I know, but I mean, let's say statistically, it doesn't mean you're going to get relegated.
You're not the highest paid.
Yeah.
You're not the lowest paid.
That's good.
You're in the lower mid, I would say.
I'm saying this total amount needs to be spent on infrastructure. You can't spend a dime.
I wouldn't want to get relegated. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
I would probably fix up the team and
hopefully we don't have this question for the next season.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a good sign.
All right, let's get into it. So I wanted to get one of the. I really apologize, but I forgot to pick up the name of the person who wrote this comment on the Facebook group. He's a very active fellow.
Golden, is it? Is it Philip Golden?
It might be. It's someone that's really. I keep seeing his name over and over. I should know his name by now. I recognize him every time I see him now. And he made a really, really good summary of the fan forum that you had 2 weeks ago.
Yes, I really want to get his name. Because he's so...
He deserves the credit.
He deserves the credit. He's always there. He's in the fan forum. He asked a lot of questions. He wrote that down, and I met him and had a great talk with him. The guy is gold, basically. So yeah, his name is Philip Goldney, and he deserves all the credit in the world, being very active in socials, replying to people, raising great questions in the forum. And we really, really value him as one of our own, if you will. Or they should welcome me as one of their own. I'm the outsider.
Well, much appreciated, Philip. I'm going to be using your summary today in this episode so we can go over the points and get some reactions on those. So he says, to begin with, Ali explained his vision for the club, and the main focus being acquisition of the ground. To allow further development and the need for the long-term sustainability together with a 3G pitch.
On that, we are working diligently on that, and it's progressing very well over the last few weeks with Amanda's support and following up. It's been going really well. Hopefully, on my next trip over, we'll have some more concrete points and get things rolling. Honestly, it's a time-sensitive issue. We're gonna get it done, hopefully, as soon as possible, for the benefit of the club.
So by the time this episode airs, you'll be in the air, traveling to Salisbury. Can we talk? Can we try to be more specific, or is it? Do you want to keep?
There are many benefits. We get grants. we can possibly fix up some of the issues with the pitch. Hopefully install artificial turf, which will help our youth in-house, and they can train on the pitches, and our first team can train there without restrictions of basically renting outside and the real grass. There's so much benefits for the future of the club.
So in one of our episodes in Arabic, in Waqib, we were talking about the trip you had with the influencers that came over, and then the second trip where you guys had the pitch. You guys played a match, like a fundraising match. And one of the comments on the YouTube video was that someone was surprised. They were like, what kind of owner rents out his football club for a fundraising match for students and the like? And then he got like 3 comments under him. People saying, I've attended a concert in Real Madrid's, I don't know what the stadium's name is, and this is not a non-league thing. It's a football thing. People rent out Wembley. Someone else was in the comments was saying, Wembley gets rented out for MSG, the America's biggest stadium, the most historic, with Muhammad Ali versus the other person, George Foreman. Some of the most historic boxing matches were done at the MSG, the Madison Square Garden, and it's used for all types of things, right? It's rented out for all types of venues as a venue. I mean, so do you have any comments? Are you going to stop doing that? Are you going to keep renting it? Can we use that for revenue?
It wasn't rented out for that event. It was done purely for the publicity and getting more eyes on the club, which we got, and there were some really good benefits that I'll probably mention when the time of breaking the news comes. But there are some really good things that came out of that trip and the others that happened before. So
can we expect that the field gets rented out?
Not now. There's no way it'll be rented out when it's grass.
Okay.
There is no way.
But if it
wasn't rented out, and it won't be rented out until it's artificial turf, a 4G pitch or whatever it is.
Yeah. So another thing was Brian was asked about the spirits of the team, how things are going. Or the question was more about the performance of the club from the beginning of the season, and then his answer was about this, how the players feel, how he feels around the time. So how do you see it?
We did start very slowly, but to be expected when you have a turnaround of 19 new players or 18 new players. But we've been really good since, and we've been in the top performance in the league. I think we're like in 6th or 7th in form. So for the last month or month and a half. So we're doing well. The boys are doing well, and I'm excited.
Can we talk about the academy? Callum was asked about the academy. Can you give us your...
Callum's working really hard with the recruitment. He's been meeting parents and students and tutors getting on board to organize this matter. And if we manage to get a few rolling soon, and I think we will, it'll lead to a really, really good academy, education-wise and footballing-wise, because they'll have a clear line to the first team. That's an important subject we make sure we have. It's that with Callum, the assistant manager, and he's head of the academy, he will make sure that we get a stream of our own into the first team.
That's the most exciting part, is that he said the aim would be to get some slots in for the academy players into the men's team.
For sure. I love what happens at United, where they always have someone there from the youth academy. We will hopefully have that.
So there was a question about Brian's ambitions for the final position of the club at the end of the season. Let's hear yours.
Brian and I are on the same page in all of this, so we do not differ in any of it. I understand the hardships that have come, and we're on the same page. The targets was always a safe mid-table position, and we are well on our way with the pace we have in the last month or two.
Let's talk about the substitutes. So Brian was asked about the substitutes.
Substitutions is honestly it's a manager's decision. I would have I mentioned this before. So in the match against Chelmsford, I was looking at Hedges, for example, 60 minutes in. I was like, why doesn't he take him off? He looks like he's tired, Let's get Willard in or whoever, like a fan, Nobody does.
Yeah.
7 minutes, 8 minutes later, Hedges scores a goal.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's in the eye of the beholder, if you will.
Right. Last thing I'll mention here.
There are things that people don't understand,
Of course.
Injuries, personal issues, things that we, or no, I do know, but
Right.
the fans don't know about. When we're fans of other clubs,
All right. For my final question, I wanted to ask something that wasn't from the fan forum, but it's a question that a lot of people have, and it's that you're focusing a lot on, let's say, international eyes, bringing international eyes to Salisbury. What about the locals themselves? How can we build the community? How can we build more engagement from Salisbury itself?
It's a really good question. And I'm glad you asked it. It's basically, they are the backbone of the club. They are the heart and soul of the football club. I honestly know and have this centrally in my mind. We mentioned this obviously in even the Arabic podcast.
Of course.
I mentioned that they are the most important part of the football club are the local fans. What we're trying to build with the external fans, if you will, or the fans that are not local, is a new avenue, a new revenue stream for the club to help lead it to sustainability and its popularity. And honestly, we can get, as we have, visitors, tourists to Salisbury. With that, I think we're also doing a lot to the football club with the help of everyone at the club, the volunteers, the employees, Dave with the fan zone. Some of the activities are coming on soon. We have some really fun and interesting activities coming now. We'll keep them a surprise, where fans can do things with footballs, fun activities, We're working on that. We have the bath trip. We sponsored the bus for the bath trip. We wanted to get as many fans as possible. We're trying our best to work on both avenues.
So this episode comes out 2 days before the trip. Does someone listening to this now have enough time to register, sign up?
I don't know if they sold out.
Who do we have to contact?
It would be. It's all posted on our Facebook and our social medias. It's a link that they click on to contact. This is done through the football club.
Okay.
So it's. I'm sure anyone who's watching the podcast would have seen the announcement.
Well, if you haven't done it, do it.
And I'll see you at the Bath game. I'll be there. Thank you, Mohsen.
Thank you for answering the questions. Take care.